Yeah. Civil and political rights. Yes. Can you see that okay? Yeah. My civil and political rights are being violated. Yes. And I thought some police and sheriff departments didn't want anybody to know of their cloning technology, the look-alike Nazi employees, the taking over of the telecommunications infrastructure. In fact, for the last 4 years, I've been at different locations just seeing exactly what it is that you've taken over. Now, this is a very serious war crime. I told you about that security clearance of the individual citizens of the United States, and then there's the thought of you actually having control of cell phones. Yes, all hardwired telephone service and all email accounts. Yeah, you go to prison for a few decades for having any knowledge of taking over the infrastructure. Now I know you're sitting there. Pooch! You're like, well, he has to wait until Tuesday to be able to motion the court. Motion the court with what? What am I supposed to motion with? I didn't get a dissolution of marriage. You didn't have jurisdiction to dissolve it. Now, I told you about my special relationship with the United Nations. Why don't you get me the employees of the United Nations in their individual nations where they reside? It's one thing to travel to New York City to be able to go to one of these United Nations meetings that they have. Yeah. It's another thing being the employee in the actual nation that does represent the United Nations. Now, this is one of those old multilateral treaties that I'm going to bring into court. Yes. Anytime that you said they don't know, we'll just pay somebody to sit there on the phone and answer the phone. Yes. Or obstruct their emails. Most all of my emails had something civil rights or political rights inclusive in it. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now, let's say you're an employee in the individual nation that happens to be a member state of the United Nations. Yeah. And you're having eviction problems, or do you get paid on a regular basis to be an employee? Your kids got taken from you without any due process. Do you have any parking tickets? See, I was walking over here and somebody had one of these little parking tickets, but it looks like just a piece of paper on the windshield. Could you give me all the wireless meters of every meter reader? Yes, that can wirelessly issue a traffic, a parking ticket. Parking ticket. I'm wanting the telecommunications of the police departments of the United States. Now, for a lot of us, yes, the meter reader is not always our best friend, but you don't pay the meter, you're going to find out the meter reader will. Now, somebody, do you have a lot of parking meters in the various nations?